Hi guys, Matthew with Parkway Business Solutions. Wanted to share a quick video with you. We recently have been finding we've been having a lot more issues with Intuit bank connections, whether it's for QuickBooks Desktop or QuickBooks Online. Recent changes within the banking industry, mergers and such, seem to be causing more and more issues of disconnects or reasons that, well, the files just aren't updating the way we need to. So we've had to find different ways that we can still maintain the level of service for our clients, keeping their information up to date in a timely manner. And that's where LedgerSync has just been a phenomenal business partner with us. Their service, if you're not familiar, is one of a kind. They are able to go capture the bank information, your statements for you, the transactional information, as well as the check images, which boy, that saves us just probably at least 15 to 20% of our process flow right there. So today we wanted to show you just a quick workaround for the current issue that a lot of people have been finding when they're trying to do these downloads from their different banks, and they end up running into an error kind of like this. Something like your Web Connect branding. QuickBooks is unavailable to verify the financial institution information for this download. So why does that happen? Well, we're gonna show you real quickly. To go back to LedgerSync real quick, we'll give you a quick tutorial from the inside. Once we are logged in, we're able to go in to the transactional area, and we've already updated the information, taken the check images, and we populated special information, which we're now going to create a QBO export. The company has the ability, of course, to do quite a few different formats, but QBO really is the preferred version when it comes to QuickBooks on desktop and QuickBooks Online in comparison to like their older IIF. They do have OFX as well, which works great for other accounting softwares. So we've gone in, we chose our QuickBooks to do the download. We wait just a little bit of time, and depending on the transactions, you'll actually see that you'll populate a brand new QBO download. For time-wise, we've already set these up, so we will switch over to our desktop, and this is where we will go through the process of actually taking and pulling the information in. Now, the first thing you need to take a look at when you're doing this is if it's the first time you're doing a connection from any kind of a third party, or if you were using one way of importing information through Web Connect and now you're going to use another, you need to look if the account has already been connected online. And the fastest way to do so, look at your chart of accounts and look for the little lightning bolt. If your account has that lightning bolt, that tells you that there is some kind of a Web Connect onto it at the moment, and you would have to disconnect that if you're changing the type. In other words, if you're already using LedgerSync and you're going to continue to use LedgerSync, great, no problem. But if you're going from your bank, which isn't working, and now you're switching over to LedgerSync, for it to connect correctly and to be able to use it, you have to disconnect that. Very simple to do. Same place, you're going to right click the account, you're just going to go to Edit Account. From this screen, go to your bank feed settings. Come down, and you're going to click Deactivate All Online Services. Now, this is only going to be able to work if you do not have any transactions that are currently pending in that bank feed area. But if you do, we can, you can go in, make sure to clear them out, either put them where they're supposed to go, or you're going to choose to delete all of them. So we'll click it, and we'll close Save. This warning is going to tell you, hey, you just disabled this service from our side, but by the way, if you're paying your bank for that service, you need to cancel it with them as well, or you're going to continue to keep paying for it. Then from there, the easiest way I have found to bring the QBO file into the desktop is actually by coming up here to banking. You're going to go down to your bank feeds, and you want to go Import Web Connect File. That's really, really important. Very common, people will download it, a file, and then they'll stick it onto their desktop, and then they go and they double click that file and they pull it right in. That works great if it's already connected and that's the only one file that you're really setting up and that you've mapped it perfectly. So if you're trying to do any transition, or if you've got multiple accounts, it really is better to just come in real quickly, choose on purpose which one you specifically need to do. So we're going to come in and we will choose the appropriate one. I've named it here. Click OK. And because we do not have any account set up at the present moment, what we're going to do is we're going to create that first link. We're going to use an existing QuickBooks account. Because the account was disconnected, if we left the lightning bolt on, that account would not show up here. It would look like it didn't exist. But because we disconnected it, we're just going to choose it, click Continue. Ta-da! Your Web Connect has successfully completed, and now it's going to pull you into the bank feed center. Now this is the best part about using the QBO file, is it actually pulls into this area so you can take advantage of the banking rules to help really reduce your data entry over time. So very quickly put 190 transactions in, we'll click the transaction list, and for the purpose of this we put a couple rules in to kind of show you. You'd have all your basic transactions all inside of here, and again you have your bank memo for information or however you download it. And depending on how you make your rules, you have the ability that a lot of the information can be captured. Matter of fact, we have a little trick we like to do for checks. If you find that you have to do a lot of manual entry for the check names, everything else, but you need to keep the account at least quickly updated, if you create a quick rule that puts all of your checks to like sort check and then a check clearing account, you can have a rule that puts them all in the exact same place. So maybe at the end of the week or the end of the month, you're able to then go back in and do all the typing and put all the information in, but you can keep the information up to date if it's still hitting a basic expense account. Again, temporary solution, but it helps you get through the week, of course. So this was a quick way to show you how you can do your first connection with a QBO file, how you can take a pre-existing bank feed that you already had, how to disconnect it, and start using LedgerSync to pull your information in. Again, it's Matthew with Parkway Business Solutions, and we appreciate your time.